Well, we've just received the new Jackal II Boa shoe in Summit Gear. This is a brand new shoe from La Sportiva, targeted at the ultra distance trail running. It is definitely their premier trail running shoe. First impressions of the shoe, obviously it's hard to go past the double boa lace adjustment system. I'll talk more about that as we go through the review. But my first impressions is that the shoe actually feels really light. It weighs in at 300 grams for a size 43.5. The shoe has this nice Gator system to help keep debris out of the shoe. I think that's going to be really useful. And when I put it on my foot, the shoe did feel light, but it felt quite cushioned and quite comfortable. So we'll see how it performs out on the trails.
The shoe has a heel stack height of 29mm and a forefoot stack height of 22mm, giving it an overall 7mm drop, which is pretty standard for a trail running shoe. Let's take a closer look at this double boa fit system. I've got to say, I'm really impressed. It makes the shoe super easy to get on and off. I love how you tighten the top boa and it really drives the heel into the back of the shoe. And then you can make the micro adjustments across the forefoot to really pull that shoe in as tight as you feel you need as you head into the technical terrain. The shoe is super comfortable. The boa system works in a way that doesn't cause the shoe to do any puckering as you tighten it up. And what I really like is the ability to make those fine adjustments as you go along. If you feel the shoe needs a little bit of tightening or a little bit of loosening, then really just lift your foot up, tweak the boa, and off you go. It's really that simple and feels super secure. So what about the durability of the boa lace system? Well, I've got to say I've never used it before, so I can't really speak from experience. What I do know is they've been using this system for a long time for mountain bike riders in their shoes, and they don't seem to have any problems. Peace of mind, I guess, comes from the fact that boa do provide a lifetime guarantee. So if something was to break, then you just simply enter the details of the shoe into their website and they will send you out the right components. So let's talk about the grip of the Jackal II Boa. The Boa is designed for a mixed terrain trail running, so all different surfaces. It uses the impact brake system, which is a series of lugs that go in all different directions. So whether you're running uphill, downhill, or around the corner, it will provide the traction that you require from the lugs themselves. One thing I really do like is that it uses La Sportiva's stickiest rubber, which is the white Frixon non-marking sticky rubber. It's the same rubber they use for the La Sportiva Mutant, which is probably the grippiest shoe that I've ever run in, and I've run in that in mud and on dry rocks and all sorts of terrain, and it grips really well. So in the short running that I've done on this, it certainly felt very secure. I don't think traction's going to be a concern with La Sportiva's sticky rubber. It has a EVA rock plate through the foot, which provides extra cushioning. It also has PU inserts designed to provide better shock absorption and energy return in the running. So something I think that's quite useful, particularly as you start looking at a shoe that's going to go up over those 100km distances. In comparison to the full range of La Sportiva trail running shoes, the Jackal II Boa certainly sits in the fuller foot category. So if you do have a wide foot or you prefer a wide fitting shoe, then this shoe certainly could be a candidate for you. I have a fairly standardized size foot, so I'm able to cinch the shoe right down to fit snugly around my foot, yet there still felt like there was a fair amount of toe box room for me. I ran into a friend on the run who only wears wide fitting shoes. I asked him to try them on and give me his impressions. He said he'd certainly consider this as a shoe that he could wear for his trail running. I haven't really spoken much about the soft gator that sits around the top of the shoe. It's certainly very comfortable. It feels like a sock. I imagine it does quite an effective job at keeping debris out of your shoes. So if you're running through rivers, if you're running through sand, or any sort of terrain where there's a lot of debris that gets in your shoe, I think this is a really nice little feature that will help keep you comfortable for longer. So let's talk price. The recommended retail of this shoe is $319. I understand that's a lot of money. We'll be probably introducing it to Summit Gear at $299. Bear in mind, there's a lot of technology in this shoe and it is quite innovative. If you're really into trail running, it's certainly a shoe that you'd want to consider. I'm doing UTMB this year, and this is definitely a candidate shoe that I'll be considering as I get ready for that race.